welcome to this stream. That's what they're called on youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini. That's me. I'm Johnny Chiodini. I'm back, baby, on this Trans Day of Visibility. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Very happy Trans Day of Visibility to you all. Perceive us. We are Legion. And we deserve rights. How are we all doing? A vague silhouette says, I do not feel well today, so a nice stream to watch /nap to is nice. Sorry you don't feel great. I hope you feel better soon. I'm doing alright. It's been a rough few weeks. So my output has been sporadic. But I'm here now. And that's nice. So today we're going to play the Ratline. Sorry, the Ratline, which Chris Field playtested. Interesting. Thank you for your work, Chris Field. Yeah, we're going to play the Ratline, which is sort of detective-y. Let's hunt down some Nazis kind of game for the Charles D. Oh, Sarah's in chat. Hello, Sarah. You popped up in my dream last night. Weirdly. I mean, the pause now makes it sound weird. But anyway, it wasn't. You sent me a text message when I was in my dream last night. I was like, oh, I got a text from Sarah. That's nice. Anyway, hi. Gonna be streaming the Ratline today, and then on Thursday, we're doing ourselves a little party stream because tomorrow this YouTube channel turns 5 years old, which is so weird. It's also the longest I've ever been in a single full-time position. So that's the thing. This will be the longest of jobs I've ever had. 5 years of making stuff on youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini. So we're gonna have ourselves a little party, which is nice. Yeah, that's what's going on. Why? What's going on with you? I was about to say I've forgotten how to do this, but I don't think I ever really knew. You should give yourself a loyalty gift, says Chris Field. Yeah, that's like, what is it? 50 years they give you a watch or something like that. Sounds like a 10th of a watch. Could get myself a watch hand. Anyway, right. I've put myself in the corner. Delia Sharp Alice says, wait, which material is the 5-year anniversary supposed to be? Paper, ceramic? 5 is... Fuck, what's 5? Might be linen? Or is that 4? I know 6 is iron. And is different in the States versus the UK. 5th anniversary gift. This is weird. Wood. It's wood. I'll get myself a piece of wood. Yeah, there we go. Right, anyway. Oh, Sarah says 5 is wood, I think. There you go. Somebody get whittling. I've got whittling tools, but the last thing I want to do is whittle on stream. It will be terrifying. Because everyone will be like, oh god, Johnny's gonna hurt themselves. Even though I've got cut resistant gloves. Anyway, I'm not streaming myself whittling. I'm just not gonna do it. Right. Okay, good. Let's play the Ratline. Although I saw, who was it? Somebody said, Anonymous says, I bought this after I saw you intended to play it. I kind of bounced off it. Well, hopefully I won't bounce off it. Let's see. Ooh. Budapest. The PO box is not open, HAL 9000. Please don't everyone send me a spoon. Yow. Eto Parinka has done a super chat saying, I won't be able to join on Thursday, so here is an anniversary gift and pig tax. I hope you get to do a 50th. Oh god, a 50th, can you imagine? Thank you very much. That is an extremely generous gift. I really, really appreciate it. Oh no, there's a man who's dead. Unless it's a good thing they're dead because they were secretly a Nazi. Ratline. The Ratline. Honestly, thank you very much, Etaparenka. That's really, really bloody kind of you. Well, there's been a murder. Queens, New York, 1971. Game very loud. Yes, turn down game. A dog in a basket. There's a dog in a basket down here.
No, thank you, Mrs. Muller.
Yeah, Mrs. Muller.
Soon, boy. Soon.
Oh, make game louder.
Just one last case.
I've got a dog in a basket down here. That's fun. Look, it's me. Jenny H is on a super chat saying, "Hi Johnny, your well wishes for my audit some time ago worked like a charm. Not only did I pull off the cleanest results since I took over that location a year ago, but possibly in the history of it. Hell yeah! Congratulations, and thank you also for a very bloody generous super chat. It's very kind." Okay, make game louder, make ears bleed? No, that's too much. Okay. Goals, navigate, navigate left and right using the arrow keys. Or WASD. You can also click on the sides of the screen to pan. Pan param. Will says ratlines were the ways Nazis escaped to mostly South America to avoid the Nuremberg trials. I discovered recently, I can't remember what language it is, but there's a phrase, might be the Danish, I'm not sure, who say, like, instead of saying I'm gonna do an Irish goodbye, they say I'm getting the rat taxi. Which is great. Anyway, right. We can click on the size of the screen to pan, param, pan, open evidence. Go back to your board, click on any piece of pinned evidence to open it. It's just like the deduction, oh, that's good. Oh, that's very good. It's just like the board in Alan Wake 2, a game I'm playing. Click on any piece of evidence. Bill Campbell. Oh, evidence. Hi, Saul. Assign a name. Click on the first name or surname tab on a target. Okay. Search a name, e.g. Daniel, and drag it to the character. Assign a photo. Open a piece of photo evidence. You can click on any person in the photo to assign them to your suspect. Okay. Hi, Saul. How do I make bigger? There we go. Ah, we go. Full size. There we go. Hi, Saul. My regards from The Garden State. Ah, the film with Natalie Portman and... Shit, what's this? Zach Braff. Everyone remember that film? That was part of, like, Zach Braff's campaign to launch 1,000 nice guys finish last style incels. Yeah, I said it. I think Scrubs was culturally damaging to young men. How do you like me now, Zach Braff? Anyway. Bill Campbell is a fraudster, an identity thief. He likes to move towns regularly, reinventing himself. My suspicion is that his new alias will hold up to casual usage, but he probably needs to use his real name for other things. Financial. Legal. Look out for any evidence that leads you to him. Sarah says, you better believe that 15-year-old me was obsessed with Garden State. What a terrible, terrible film. I was an insufferable teenager. Did you do the thing where you were like, wow, no one's ever gone on this exact spot in history ever. Wow, how unique. Will says, Johnny versus Zach Braff at a creator clash. I reckon I could take Zach Braff. Anyway. My suspicion is that his new alias will hold up to casual usage. Hi everyone, we're playing the Ratline extremely slowly. But he probably needs to use his real name for other things. Financial, legal. Look out for any evidence that leads you to him. Please could you pick out his new alias, first and last names, plus his current location. Well, it's not going to be Dan, because Dan's writing to us. It's not likely to be Saul, because we're Saul. So we can eliminate those as possibilities. But this is good intel. Thanks, Dan. Local bus tours a hit. Oh, wait. Local bus tours a hit. I thought it was local bus hits a tour. I was like, oh god, an accident. That's not what it is. Okay, click on the first name or surname tab on the target to search your name. Okay, great. Right. Will says, of the two leads in that film, I'd definitely pick Braff as the one you could beat in a fight. Oh, I would not enter the ring with Natalie Portman. I get the shit kicked out of me. Anyway. Chris Field says, I read somewhere that Zach Braff has an AI girlfriend now, which figures. Since hitting the road earlier this year, Camden Bus Tours has been steering visitors through the sights and stories of our fair city. I'm blown away by how many folks are hopping on, says proud owner and sole tour leader, Peter Giacometti. Business is booming, enough to get a mink coat for the wife, a unique watch for his son, and fixes to the old bus. The three signs of a booming economy. A mink coat for the wife, a unique watch for me son, and fixes for the old bus. Will says enough to get 2 identifiable clues for his family. Okay, that makes more sense. They even received a special visit from their sponsor, keen to inspect the side of the bus and take a photo. Clearly the tour is a smash. I loved every minute of it, said local pawnbroker and friend from neighbouring burb, Collingswood, R. Green. Me and Mrs. Green, that's grammatically incorrect, Mrs. Green and I can't wait to come again. For tour bookings, please call Peter 451 564 375. Local tour hits a bus. Now, what's this? Items listing. Ho, 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 ho. Child's watch. Seiko. Owner. B. Campbell. Well, well. And that would be Roger Green, I assume. Which means, if we then look at this photo of the booth. Now, look. How do we... Okay. Look. A tan line on this child's left wrist. It meaneth surely that he has a timepiece. Possibly a very unique timepiece. This we know already to be this dude. That's Roger Green, friends with this dude, who I believe is, well, if you look at the logo and the official looking lanyard, I think this is none other than Peter Giacometti, alias of Bill Campbell. We fucking got you now, Peter. Giacometti. Press and hold the question mark below to get a hint for finding evidence or conversation not previously seen. The first is just an example hint. Press and hold. Press this button to receive hints. This is an evidence hint. Click the button below. You can use these hints to find new evidence or conversations. Click again. Next hint gives answer. Don't want the answer. DM Chop says, saw the stream title and got excited. Even grabbed my rats to watch it with me. May have misjudged what this game is. Haha. Well, I'm glad the rats are here, though. I like rats a lot. I think they're real nice. So, Get character hint. Press and hold the question mark next to any target field. Oh, yeah. To get informational hints. That's how we get. This is an exemplar. Click for actual hints. No, thank you. Open glossary using the tab button. Ah, glossary. In the Ratline, you'll be asked to solve a In the Ratline, you'll be asked to solve a series of cases that make up a level. You will be presented with a series of suspect headshots on your board. All 12 of them are currently watching you on their favourite treat time watch. You got 12 rats, DM Sharp? That's a dozen rats. That's fantastic. It is Bibby says, have you played or streamed the Golden Idol games, Johnny? I have played the first one. I still haven't picked up the second one, and I really ought to. I love them. To correctly identify a subject, you must identify the following. Their likeness by dragging in a photo, their current pseudonyms, first and last names, their current location. If a person is deceased, you can mark their location as the last place they were seen alive. And Sarah has suggested 4. You will have to take at least 3 feet pictures. There may be multiple photographic instances of a suspect. You can use any likeness, regardless of their age in the photo. Note, there may be some depictions of people that are pictures within pictures. These are not selectable. Wheels within wheels. When you've filled in all suspects' details, you can check your results. Results will return the following. More than 2 errors have been made. Less than 2 errors have been made. Brackets, you are close. Brackets, fewer. Or you are entirely correct and can complete the level. Okay. Good. Contrails. Oh, magnifier, shift. Good to know. Isolated document preview. Yep. Using documents. Yep, that seems fine. Pinning evidence. You can pin evidence. Resizing evidence. Snap evidence. Press and release shift. Okay. Finding information. Rolodex, your repository of businesses. You can click on any business to bring up the phone and start a call. Or you can attempt to call any business. Not all will be reachable. Any resulting conversation will be recorded in the transcript section of your evidence folder. These conversations may yield new pieces of evidence, which will appear either in the same folder or blah blah blah. Library. When this becomes available in level 3, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Right. Complete first case. Yeah, I think we've done it. Look at the dog. Oh, you can pet the dog. Pet my dog. Give me a moment. Not a euphemism. She's down here. Okay. Check answers. Oh, current location. That's right. Sorry. Camden Bus Tours. Neighbouring burb Collingswood. Oh, but where is he? Lazy Mammal has done a super chat saying, got my pay, so have some for pig. Cheers. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Camden Bus Tours. Camden Bus Tours. Wait. Oh, you can move things around? No. Blah, blah, blah. Our fair city. Which fucking fair city is it? Amsterdam. Amsterdam. Is it Amsterdam? could be Amsterdam. But then... I don't really understand what this is meant to be a photo of. Is this a photo of... Let's put Amsterdam. 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 Yeah, what if it's in Amsterdam? Let's click that rat. Check complete. There are 2 or fewer errors in your identification. Well, he's not in Amsterdam. Not in Amsterdam at all. He's in Camden? Oh, for fuck. Hang on a minute. Who's their bloody sponsor? Who's their fucking sponsor? Right, Roger Green is the managing director of Hoffman Diamonds and Pawn. Special visit from their sponsor. What? Well, it's not Amsterdam. It's not Amsterdam. I mean, Collingswood is the only other place that is mentioned. Unless Camden. Who the fuck is this? Does it matter? I don't know. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Those damned Imperials. Wait a minute. Hang on. Haven't we got a Rolodex somewhere? No. I'm gonna. Folk Dance says, I think Johnny is being put off by being a Londoner. I mean, like, Camden is a place. Should we fucking just try Camden? Ah, Camden, New Jersey. Nouvelle Jersey. Fuck it, let's see. Yeah, I was being put off by being a Londoner. Check completed, all answers are correct. Erica Williams has done a super chat saying, good morning, Johnny and Scully, just popping in at work. Where are the rats? I hear they make good pets, but I don't think my cats would agree. There's a rat button that we get to click. Bustin' a rant says, my rat dancers are smiling on me, Imperials. Can you say the same? Oh, God. Dear Dan, I tracked down Bill Campbell in Camden, New Jersey. He'd been running bus tours under the name of Peter Giacometti. It seems like the tours haven't been doing all that well, as he's been pawning items, including, it was a pawn shop, his son's. Watch to a man named Green. I didn't get to finish the letter. Okay. Click on the bed icon to finish your day, or look around, whatever. Okay. Robbie the Belgian has done a super chat saying, just joined exactly when I meant to. And now go to the beginning and see what this is all about. It's about... it's not about Amsterdam. You'd be surprised. Okie dokie. Italian bishop found murdered. Well, that'll be the guy from the start. Body discovered in front of altar. May 1, Bishop Vincenzo Tura was found brutally stabbed to death in the early hours underneath the altar at St. Matthias's Church, Budapest. Authorities have not determined a cause, though the ferocity of the attack may suggest ideological motives. Like murder like you really mean it. Knife like you mean it. Ooh. Scrawled above the altar was the word Ratline. Police are continuing to look for leads in the wake of a wave of... 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 Top sleuth can find your missing man when spouses stray, fathers vanish, or lovers leave without forwarding addresses. Many turn to the courts, but for those seeking answers with a bit more urgency, Saul Perlman remains the city's quiet constant. A veteran of the private investigations trade, Perlman is known for his calm demeanor, sharp eye, and unmatched success rate in locating the absent, whether romantically, financially, or legally inclined to disappear. More recently, his talents have been put to use by the NYPD in Queens, where he has assisted in several fraud investigations. According to sources, Perlman's meticulous approach has helped identify multiple suspects, now facing formal charges. I just follow the facts, Perlman said. I just follow the facts, Perlman said. If that leads to someone dodging rent or running Ponzi schemes, so be it. Everyone's hiding something. It's just a matter of looking in the right filing cabinet. Phil Crooks has done a super chat saying, "Hello Johnny, pleased to report I wore my LSP t-shirt today as I got my first ever tattoo. Sorry to miss you at aircon, hope you're doing better. Congrats on the first ever tattoo. I hope you're feeling well. Don't forget to replace those lost calories and follow your aftercare instructions closely. And good choice of t-shirt, because it's never a good idea to wear a white t-shirt to a tattoo studio because the ink will stain. I was very, very sorry not to be at aircon. There was an unexpected thing that popped up that was very bad. And yes, I'm really sorry to have missed it. I have no idea how the show went with Paul and Ivan stepping into the breach, but I imagine it was interesting and fun. Right, let's pet the dog again. Yeah, and then let's pet the dog again. Yeah, all right, let's call it a day. Tomorrow brings a new case, or whatever. Ura Smith says, "This will sound made up, but I also wore my LSP t-shirt to my tattoo appointment yesterday." Ah, I like the idea we've got a uniform for tattoos. What is that stain on the wall? You. Hello? Is this Perlman? It's 3 in the goddamn morning. That's what it is. I'm not joking, Mr. Perlman. The show was brilliant chaos. Ivan fell backwards off the stage. Shit. That's a big stage as well. Okie dokie. Yeah, no am I, buddy. Buddy's hard to say as a shit Michael Caine. Where was in Burma? Buddy? Yeah, no am I, buddy. What do you want? Mr. Perlman, may I ask, what does the Ratline mean to you? The Ratline? Oh, I've never heard of it. Sounds like a pest thing, Master Way. How about Bishop Tura? Huh? You have an article about him on your wall. Did you know that Bishop Tura was a former member of the Nazi Party? Hang on, 1 second. Get back to that bit about you spying on me. Who are you? He wrote extensively about how the Catholic Church and National Socialists could become allies. Later, he put his words into action. How so? Bishop Tura was in the business of human cargo. On the night of his death, he had on him a list of Nazis he smuggled out of Italy after the war. A list? That's what the Ratline is. A passage to freedom for the perpetrators of human misery. Tura was a key helper. How did he manage that? Because you see he's on the hook now. He's like, this is intriguing. Yeah. He used his influence to remove them from prison, hid them in his monastery, secured documents, and arranged transport. Capable guy! What does this have to do with me? Mr. Perlman, I must be brief. We have a list, but we need an outside source to help us. You are well known as a top sleuth. Ha! Buddy, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but... Do you want to go after them, Mr. Perlman? These Nazis, these killers, many of them live comfortably, growing old and fat. They believe they are beyond our reach. And this may be our last chance. Why am I like this? We'll start feeding you names. With each case, you'll receive a dossier. When you're done with one, the next will follow. This continues until they're all found. Hey, just a second, wait. You know, we could do a retainer. This won't be cheap, but I can work something out. Good night, Mr. Perlman. Await our contact. Okay, good night. Shit. This sounds like a Life is Strange game. Oh. Busting around says, some people just want to see the Ratline. Master Wayne. Where was in Burma? Looking for marathon men. Only 6 months. We never saw anyone. Crack the window open, come on. Flip a document. Some documents can be flipped. Click on the arrow to see what is underneath. This will open as a separate window for easy comparison. Call your contact Diego. Open the Rolodex on your desk and call Diego Rodrigo. It's a shame Rolodexes aren't really a thing anymore. I mean, I guess we could all get one. What would you put in yours? I would put in a... I would fill my Rolodex with sandwich combinations that I like, so I can remember them. Will says pineapple chunks. I see what you mean. I mean, like, the kind of... this bit is kind of a bit like a slice of pineapple. But then that's kind of more like a tumbling lock puzzle. Okay, Wonder Woman says, I think I'd do recipes, to be honest, yeah. H. Hood says, takeaway numbers. Okay, let's flip a document. Ooh, hello. Ralph Schulz. Now, I happen to know that I've spoiled... I don't actually remember what the thumbnail looked like, but I know that Ralph Schulz has been spoiled in the thumbnail for this stream, in terms of the face, not the location as far as I can remember. I don't know. Will says it's just a wet Rolodex with a bunch of pineapple chunks sort of flopped in and around. Oh dear. Nova Wall says, does anyone know the name of this podcast that Johnny is in with Jasper William Cartwright? The players changed from what I recall. Looking up podcasts that have Jasper's name is bad. Well, there are loads of them. It is Rotating Heroes. I'm in Axis Arc 2. It's a very fun podcast. Chris Field says, I gotta run. Good luck. Good luck, Mr. Field. Anonymous, I've seen what you've written and I'm not going to read it out. Anyway, right, should we call Diego? No, let's have a look at the documents first. We've got to find Ralph Schulz and Fritz Schulz. I suspect they might be Nazis. That's Ralph. I know that from the thumbnail. Anyway. Mr. Perlman, This is your first case. The Schulz brothers. Wanted since 1949, it is believed that they fled initially to Seville and then on to South America. It is possible they are not any more identifying as brothers, but as some other close family relatives. We have contacted an associate in Buenos Aires to assist you. His name is Diego Rodrigo. Best of luck. What, should we flip it? Let's flip it. There's nothing to see there. Do we flip this? Ah! Oh, safe passage assured. Duh. And then we got triangle, semicircle, square, triangle, and orange segment. Well, well, well. Dear Friedrich, I heard you are shipping out tomorrow. My undying love for my 2 blessed boys. Please make sure you and your brother shave your beards before then. You must be the only men in your unit who look so slovenly. Also, tell Ralphie to wash his face daily to stop infection. The dental exam results came back. I am so proud. When the war is over, you can follow in Ralphie's footsteps. Okie dokie. Interesting. So, Friedrich, and Ralph. What, Ralph? Friedrich as in Fritz? And Ralphie as in Ralph? Been told to shave their gosh darned beards off. But wait, you're at he or shipping out tomorrow? Shave your beards before then. So, what if it's actually these 2 can't be them? Hmm? What if it's these 3? That's what I'm inclined to think, because from the thumbnail I know that this is one of them. Tell Ralphie to wash his face daily to stop infection. Well, none of these men appear to have infected faces. They're infected with Nazism. Oh, it's like picking crops in Stardew Valley. Dave Tech says, what's with the sexy lounge jazz? What? We can't hunt Nazis in a sensual way? I don't know. What music? I was about to go like, go on, Dave! But then I realised that was overly confrontational. Let's make it just a general fun chit-chat thing. If you were doing some private investigating, what music would you have on in order to focus you? There you go. Sarah says polka music. Wash his face daily to stop infection. Infection from what? A scar? This bit of his nose? I think that's just shade. Anyway, right. Let's call Diego. Diego. Wait, his name is Diego. Well, it will be Diego Rodrigo Tailoring. Wonder if he's related to Olivia Rodrigo. I like her music. Will says if it was specifically PI, basically this, noir jazz. If it was me needing to focus, 10-hour GABA mixes. I focus really well to, like, doom metal. So that would be me. Diego Rodrigo Tailoring. Diego Rodrigo Tailoring. Do I actually have to dial it? Or can I just drag it? This isn't me complaining. I'm just curious. Oh, that's fun. Hang on. Damn it. The 2 doesn't work on my keypad, on my controller? Keyboard. Keyboard's kind of controller, isn't it? Oh, that's satisfying, that is. Okay, here we go. Oh god, I'm making a phone call. Hello, is this Diego? It is! A pleasure to meet you, Mr. Perlman, is it? Yes, it is. I believe you've been looking into the Schulz brothers. I have. My brief was to look for German dentists in Buenos Aires. I don't mean to alarm you, but there are a lot of them. I recently had my filling. I've really had my filling. Good joke, good joke, good joke. Will says the 2 doesn't work on my keypad. Mechanical keyboards stay winning. I've had this one for quite a long time now, and I've spilt quite a lot on it. And there's a 2 on the other bit. I can still type a 2. Anyway. Aha! Ha! I say. It's a little joke, you see, like fillings. The dentists give. No. I get it. But do I? Ahem. Anyway, I have one promising candidate, a Dr. Schmidt. What can I help you with? Does he have any distinguishing marks? Apart from the beard? No, I don't think so. Tell me more about Dr. Schmidt. Cara Dennison says, work calls will catch the rest on VOD. Have fun, Skellies. Take care, Cara. It's very nice to see you. I hope work goes smoothly. Tell me about Dr. Schmidt. Sorry, tell me about Dr. Schmidt as a dentist. He filled a cavity the size of a tangerine. Dr. Schmidt is a practicing dentist of some renown in Buenos Aires. I should know, because I've become his patient. He is quite chatty in between sessions with the drill and pliers. He talks to his tools, that's cute. Do you know Schmidt's first name? I have not been able to discover it. He has no certificates in his office. Highly suspect if you ask me. I've never encountered a dentist who didn't want to parade his honours. Does he have any family? Does he have any family? He speaks fondly of his older cousin in Canada. Apparently, his older cousin pioneered a rather celebrated new technique called an oronectomy. Dr. Schmidt also claims to have played a role. You know much about it? Hang on, we was in Burma. My friends and I. Do you know much about it? About it? Me? No, but Nico, a charming fellow patient visiting from Paraguay, spoke highly of the same procedure he had with Dr. Schmidt last January. So, how are we going to track his cousin, a dentist in North America? Dentists in Canada need to conform to national certification. Dentists in Canada needs to conform to national certification, so he'll likely have retrained. Diego's voice has changed. Oh well. I'd suggest speaking to the National Dental School and taking it from there. Thanks, Diego. That's all I need to know. Thanks for your help, Diego. My pleasure. I appreciate your war on dentists. The gums of Navarone, if you will. Call again anytime. I like Diego. Diego's fun. Buen dia, Diego. Interesting. New evidence revealed. Evidence added to your file. Evidence. Flip squad photos. Schmidt. Patient list. Well. Oronectomy. We should talk to N. Schroeder. I reckon. Schroeder. Isaac Schroeder. N. Schroeder. Or would it be Schroeder? N. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. We're not in Buenos Aires. Schroeder. Oh, look at it. We're plucking all the teeth. I'm going to put those in the pickle jar and sell those to the mayor at night. Okay. Dr. A. Schmidt. Current Amsterdam. Okay. Alright. Diego Rodrigo Tailoring. Dr. A. Schmidt. A. Schmidt. A. Schmidt. A. Schmidt. A. Schmidt. Schmidt. A. Schmidt. Dear Friedrich. Fritz? Friedrich? Is that a nickname for Friedrich? Shipping out tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. You and your brother shave your beards before then. Oh, the dental exam results came back. I'm so proud. Shipping out as in leaving. As in leaving. Not shipping out to be Nazis. And Ralphie has got a scar. I reckon that's Ralphie. Despite what the thumbnail said. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to check. Well, that's not what Ralph Schulz looks like, according to... Maybe that was a false flag from the developer. I reckon that will be Fritz, then. Grumble says, yeah, Fritz is a nickname for Friedrich. Okay, great. Okay. Diego Rodrigo. Dr. Schmidt. Little brother in Canada. Speak to the National Dental School of Canada. Alright. Will that be in the Rolodex, do we think? Canadian Dentistry Org. Fantastic. No. God, that's satisfying, isn't it? So I'm really easily won over. Oh, I have to punch the numbers in myself. Great, yeah, fine, perfect. Bustin' a Rant says, not to be profiling, but the scar is often the Nazi, I guess, because of fencing and wanting to look real cool, healed poorly on purpose. Yeah, the, it was like a sign of, like, gentleman fencing, where German fencing was just standing next to each other and twatting each other over the head. And being able to take the scars was like a sign of, like, bravado. I think eventually, actually, officers were banned from doing it. There were so many officers going around with, like, heavily scarred faces. And, like, the top brass were like, please stop doing that. Mensa, I think it was called, says Anonymous. Oh. Right, let's call Canada. It is Bibby, says Mensa, so yes, it probably is, isn't it? Alan Smith says, sorry, they hit each other in the heads with swords? Yeah. You should, like, they used to wear, like, wild goggles and little nose shields as well. Like, it looks metal as fuck, but unfortunately, you know. Rihanna C says, your phone bill's going to be huge, all these international calls. Yes, I was also tempted to do... I can't do a Canadian accent, so I was going to do it like I'm the lady cop in Fargo. Canadian Dental Organization, provider of top-notch instruction from coast to toothy coast. Oh dear. Hello. Who am I speaking with? This is Natalia. I'm the senior administrator at the CDO and Dr. Schaefer's personal assistant. Will says, it's useful for picking out a Nazi, but in a situation where you have a photo of 4 guys in a Wehrmacht uniform, it's sort of a hat on a hat for identifying them. Right. How can I help? Oh, you did ya? Natalia, I'm looking for a passing acquaintance I met in Buenos Aires, a German dentist working in Canada. Oh, sure. You're a dentist yourself? I'm not. Sorry. My name is Sol Powman. Oh, Superman? No, so, Perlman. Sorry to disappoint, Master Man. Oh, I'm afraid we've had many Germans pass through our esteemed halls. I cannot necessarily help you. Anything else I can help you with? Tell me more about the city. Oh, we're headed up by Dr. Herring. He's out right now. The CDO trains and certifies all dentists who want to work in Canada. We work with a variety of student dentists as well as mature expatriates who want to work here. Natalia, obviously from Newfoundland, says Becky. Eleanor Smith says Kermit on the phone. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. Where do your expatriates come from?
Oh, everywhere. England, France, Argentina, lots of South Americans. Well, very few of them native.
Thanks.
The arenectomy is a groundbreaking procedure in humane cavity replacement, invented right here, in Canada. It's a little technical, but you take a drill and you put it deep into the crown. Typically, it's done in 2 stages, a year apart, to allow for regrowth.
Who invented this work?
Well, I can't give you direct info on our members, but there was an exciting conference in Montreal recently that honored the creators.
We fucking got him. Oh, yes, Natalia. Thank you very much. Sarah says, poor Natalia getting recast halfway through a scene. Sorry, Francis McDormand. We decided to take it in a different direction.
I'll send you some materials once we're off the call. I'll also tell Dirk you're asking about his work.
Thanks. Anonymous says, given that you're talking to a lady, wouldn't Miss Piggy be more appropriate than Kermit? I can't do Miss Piggy without shredding my voice, so it's, you know.
Oh, in fact, there was another doctor here from Buenos Aires. Maybe you know him, although I'm forgetting the name. It's the Penguins' Christmas skating Nazis!
What about you, Natalia? What's your story?
Oh, truthfully, I want to be a folk singer. Do you listen to folk music?
You mean Bob Dylan? Neil Young?
Oh no, that's far too commercial. I do a lot of traditional Canadian working songs. We've got a little commune out of town. This pays the bills.
I say. Thanks.
I also sing a lot about the danger of candy. For kids mostly. But if you want to know what it can do to teeth, you should talk to my friend Beth at the 5 Pieces place. The horrors.
Aha! I've had those in years. That's all for now. Many thanks, Natalia, for the tooth and nothing but the tooth. Will says, hey Johnny, do you want to think about traditional Canadian folk songs for a moment? What, like Stan Rogers? For example, what if the year was 1778? I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot.
Very nice. You have a good day, sir.
Oh, right. New evidence revealed. Evidence added to your file. Oh, that was a Root Trees Are Dead reference. Oh, I see. Matt K. Fry Guy says, late to the stream, why is Natalia Kermit the Frog? I don't know, Matt. I genuinely don't remember.
Okay. Well.
Yes. Look at this. Dental Innovator, 1971. Here we go. Here we go. Here we fucking go, mate. Canadian Dental Organization Conference, 1971. Newsletter. Key speakers. This year, key speakers covered a wide range of subjects, including emerging technologies in root canal by Emerson, Brace Yourself, orthodontistry in the age of bubblegum by Irving, and challenges in British dentistry by Forsyth. All were highly entertaining and informative. This year's grand prize went to Dr. Fuller for his work on the orinectomy procedure, flying in late from his surgery in Toronto for the photo op. The esteemed Dr. Muller shared a few choice words. "I couldn't have done it without my brilliant cousin Alex," he said. Sure. Special thanks to the sponsors that made this happen. Hargreaves Filler, Grows Enamel Replacement, Jones & Jones, Hopper & Co., Willis Brothers. Okay, Alex, so... Right. Let's go to the board. Come on, then. Yeah, all right. So... Fritz Schulz! Actually, that's what it looks like now. And that's what... No, Ralph Schulz. Fritz Schulz. Let's see. Muller. Nice. And then this is, of course, his cousin, Alex. Yeah, thank you. Alex. So, Muller, Dr. Muller, and Alex Schmidt. Alex Schmidt, who is in Buenos Aires. Zaltarish says, "Hi Johnny, currently delivering packages. Have a great stream." Have a great delivering packages. I hope it all goes very well and people are very nice. Will says, "Right, I'm off to leave a pint of my blood in a building." Have a lovely evening all. Have fun. Grumble says, "Oh, I just remembered a visible scar like that from fencing is called a schmiss." Well, there's nothing a schmiss about Fritz, but I think he is schmissing something. Whereas Ralph has a schmiss. Yep. Anyway, right. Buenos Aires. Okay, so location. Buenos Aires, Argentina. That's where you are. Fritz Schulz. Whereas Muller. Older cousin in Canada. We can't just put... Can we just put Canada? Nova Wolf says, "Is this where you need a 'I regret what I just said' screen?" I don't regret a thing I've said so far. Which is nice. Grumble says, "I won't say that's not what I hoped for in relaying that information." Excellent. Excellent. Good. Right. Okie dokie. So, Canada. Can we just say he's in Canada? Canada. Now, we need to be more specific. Oh, but wait, wasn't it like Toronto? Toronto. Nope. Toronto. Fuck the Blue Jays. We've never been to the World Series. You could have let us have it. No offense to any Blue Jays fans. You made your choice, didn't you? Fucking hell. He's still alive. Right, how do I move things around? Is it this? I don't understand. I mean, obviously I understand. Whoa! What the fuck? What did I do? I don't know what I did. That's okay. I'm just going to leave that. Huh? Yep, sure. Whoa! I'll skip games. Hello, I'll skip games. This is a very nice game that you've made. Tim has done a super chat saying, great to see you playing the game Michael Caine Exposition like I'm watching a Christopher Nolan film. Replace Rob Brydon? Best, Dev Tim. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for the way I'm treating your lovely, lovely game. I really am enjoying it. Emma Crook says Phil is aghast as he is a Blue Jays fan. No, it's fine. No, it's hard to stay mad at the Blue Jays. Why do I feel like I need to address this now? I was actually really rooting for you in last year's World Series, and I'm sorry that it didn't happen. And, oh, God, we took it down to the wire with the Mariners. But, we've never been to the World Series. And that haunting scream that Julio Rodriguez gave when Brian Wu was giving an interview right after that game. My little heart. But anyway, baseball's back. I'm excited about it. Sarah says, I think the best bit of all of this was the whoa you did as your brain registered that super chat. Right, okay. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked by me. So, we happen to know that Dr. Muller, the prize winner, the dental innovator of 1971, who has a surgery in Toronto, won an award for his oronectomy procedure. We happen to know that he has a brilliant cousin called Alex. Alex, we happen to know, has an older cousin in Canada, so this corroborates. They are cousins. We happen to know that this guy, we know from Muller's statement in the newsletter that his first name is Alex, and we know from our conversation with Diego Rodrigo, the tailor, that his surgery, I was going to say studio, is in Buenos Aires. What is dentistry if not another art form, you know? I mean, there is an art to it, I'm sure. But anyway. Okay. So, we know Alex Schmidt, Buenos Aires. We know Dr. Muller in Toronto. We don't have his full name. Dr. Schaefer's personal assistant. Many Germans. We're headed up by Dr. Herring. I wonder if I can get... He's out right now. CDO. Conference. Yep, a conference. Also tell Dirk you were asking about his work. Well, hang on a minute. Also tell Dirk you were asking about his work. Okay. Oh, Dirk. That would be Dirk Herring, right? I was just making sure that we hadn't actually mentioned the oronectomy. But we did ask about the oronectomy. Can't give you direct info on our members. I'll also tell Dirk you were asking about his work. Was that a slip-up on her part? I wonder. Dirk. I'm kind of tempted to put it in and see if we're right. Nope, whoop, whoopsie. Dirk. Alex Schmidt and Dirk Muller. Could it be? I'm really 50-50 on this one. That feels right. But it could not be right, which is sort of in the nature of something being 50-50. I'm just going to click it. Let's do it. And Ratline. No. I thought we'd done it. Okay. I don't think Dirk is the correct name. Scrub that. Dang it. Ah, with Dr. Oh, Tegan Evans is in chat. Hello, Tegan. How you doing? Interesting. Interesting. Older cousin in Canada. No certificates in his office. No, that's Alex. That's Schmidt. Marble Harbour says, morning everyone, long time no see. Johnny, glad you're streaming. How's it going? I'm doing alright, thank you very much. Been a bit of a trying time of late, but we're doing okay. What we're not doing okay with is finding out the first name of Ralph Schulz's new alias. Anonymous says, this is the part where it gets really hard not to backseat. I'm almost having to sit on my hands to not give hints. Well, you're doing very well, because I don't want hints. Thank you very much. I want to try and figure it out for myself. You will know when I'm asking for hints, because I will ask for them directly. No. Canadian Dentistry Org. Dr. Herring. Dr. Red Herring, maybe. We could ask Dr. Herring. I mean, look, he's out right now. So he's probably not around. Let's try. Herring. No. No. Baltic Dry Goods. Well. All right, hang on. I'm just going. Let me just refresh my little memory. Ma! Hey, Ma! Talked about the two boys needing to shave their beards, being the only men in the unit who look so slovenly. So tell Ralphie to wash his face daily to stop infection. So these are the two men we've assumed. But I mean... Addy, are you okay? Says I've got to go for now as I've got sweet potato to prep for dinner. Delicious. Wait a bloody minute. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. We've got the wrong man. That's not the guy. This is the guy. Wrong dude. Wrong dude entirely. Connor 2400 has done a super chat saying, good to see you back, missed as always. Thank you very much. Yes, I've been... There have been things are happening lately. I'll be able to talk about them in the fullness of time. But for now, I may not. And I know that's annoying, but it is also... Oh, it's sapping the life out of me. So, work has been mildly inconsistent recently. Well, now I'm wondering if I was wrong about Dirk. Right, because this is plainly right. Hold on. Let's ignore the Dirk bit for now. Grand prize. So he's, you know, being given the grand prize, photo up, yada 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 yada. This dude, looking adoringly at his cousin, has a beard and a closer resemblance to this guy in the photo than this guy has. So that would be my understanding. The oronectomy is a groundbreaking procedure, invented right here in Canada. Yeah, I think it might be Dirk. I'm struggling to think of anything else it might be. I'm just going to try it and see if it was just the photo that I was getting wrong. Ratline. Yay, great. I was wrong about what I was wrong about. Check completed, all answers are correct. Fantastic. My mistake with the photograph. Should have paid closer attention. Alright. To whom it may concern, I found the two dentists, Ralph and Fritz. Ralph is a highly decorated dentist living and working in Toronto under the name Dirk Muller. He pioneered a procedure called the oronectomy, for which he has received significant acclaim. His younger his younger brother, goes by Alex Schmidt. He lives in Buenos Aires. Best soul. Wow. Okay. We'll pet the dog. We'll pet the real dog. She's lying on her side, and when I scratched her tummy, she looked up, but she was like, she had her tongue out, so she basically just went, "Boo." Anonymous says, also it did say at the start you don't need to use the more recent photos. I know, I just wanted to. Sabotage myself there, didn't I? Oh, Laura Lager says, hey Johnny, I'm watching you while writing my novel. Accenture has helped so much in teaching me how to tell stories. Thank you so much. Congrats to you for cracking in on writing a novel. It's a lot of work, but keep plugging away at it. And like the biggest thing I learned in writing one is that like you will do other drafts. So if you're typing something, you're like, oh god, this isn't very good prose, just get it down. Just get it down, and you can. It's easier to polish it later than it is to just work on it and work on it and work on it in the moment. Because like the biggest problem I had with writing was I'd write something and be like, this isn't good enough, and I'd go back and I rewrite just like a paragraph and to death until I felt like it was good enough, and then I'd start again, and it was just like demoralizing. Whereas you write the whole thing, you read the whole thing, you go, I can do better than that. You've got a foundation to build on, and it goes a lot more smoothly. So that's my top tip. Lord Havlon has done a super chat saying, hey Johnny, I recently played D&D for the first time, running a game for my kids. Your teaching videos with Luke were a massive help for me. Thanks. You're extremely welcome, and thank you for the super chat and for the trust in giving you tips on how to run D&D. I really hope you had a lovely time and your kids really enjoyed it. Also, oh goodness me, my beard was too long in those videos. What was I thinking? Anyway, it's time to go to bed. Call it a day. Three. There. Dredge. Collection. Wow. We're going after some late 90s fashion brands, everybody. Access the library archives. Your search tool can now search the New York Public Records Library. Open the library tab in the search tool to search documents. Nazi. Nothing so far. Cool, they have hidden, haven't they? Let's open that window. Okay. Angel Beat says, oh yeah, happy almost 5 years of the channel. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's 5 years tomorrow. Terrifying. So on Thursday there will be a little celebratory stream, which will be very nice. Anyway. Okay. Pet the dog. Pet the real dog. Okay. Mr. Perlman. We're now on the trail of Anneliese Hoffman and her lackeys, Helmut Schlosser and Wolfgang Fischer. The daughter of a wealthy and well-connected family, she is a target of utmost importance. We have secured you access to the archives, a wealth of searchable documents that may aid your investigation. Our regards. This is getting more complicated, isn't it? Which is nice. It's good. Rihanna C says, and with that, I'm off to work. Will I be restarting this when I inevitably can't sleep at 4 tomorrow morning when I get in? Yes, have fun, everyone. I hope work goes really well, and I hope you do eventually get to sleep, because you're getting in at 4 in the morning. Yikes. I've totally been there, though, where I get home and I'm like, oh, it's late. I should really sleep. I cannot sleep. Matt says, wow, 5 years. What will the celebratory drinks be? I don't know. Probably some water. Maybe a little booze. I don't know. We will see. Okie dokie. Right, so, Anneliese Hoffman and her lackeys, Helmut Schlosser and Wolfgang Fischer. Here's a lot of people. This one looks sneaky as fuck. God, that one reminds me of someone. I can't think who. She looks like she's fun to talk to, and she's had a gin and tonic. He looks like he sounds like bees when he talks. Mother and daughter, question mark? Getting married? Confirmed. She's thrilled. He's thrilled. That's Vincent Price. This lady has no chin. This lady has very chin. Curious. Curious. Right. That's me done reading one to filth. Is there anything on the back? Ah! Oh, no. Property of Pellico and Partners. Siegfried. Couple of lads. Oh, hello. Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. Because A, that's a priest, and we know one of them got murdered. But also, this guy... Oh, hold on. I think you mean this guy? Yeah. What's he doing back here, eh? It looks like the fucking same guy. Yeah, try and get one past me. Who the fuck is that guy? Interesting. Sarah says that's Junior Soprano. Oh, it's Uncle June. Uncle June's into the muff. Right, okay. Pellico and Partners. That's interesting, isn't it? Wealthy and well-connected family. I think we should start by learning a little bit more about Pellico and Partners. Pellico? Well, the library's giving us nothing. Alright, that's interesting. Hello. Oh. Safe passage assured, new identities assigned. D. HS is allegedly this one. DF is the crate. RG is in this crate. Interesting. Okay. Avronel says, checking in on a break from homework. How's the game so far? I'm enjoying it. It is good. This is the first level where I think we've really been sort of left to do our own thing. And it is mildly daunting. Anneliese Hoffman and her lackeys, Helmut Schlosser and Wolfgang Fischer. Lackeys. Right, I'll tell you what, let's just search her name first. Anneliese Hoffman. There we go. Hoffman. Hello. Hoffman corporate restructuring. Hoffman employee found dead. Dublin Times article. Hoffman Enterprises. Personnel restructuring. Ah. So here's your thing, right? The pig is now working on Top Tomato. Whereas Le Grand Fromage is now working with who? And of course the bread is in charge of... Wait a fucking minute. Hold the fucking phone. I was doing a bit. But. Oh, Hoffman Diamonds and Pawn. Look at that. Well. It's all connected. Except for coffee cup with flowers in. That's not connected. Or is it coffee cup with cat heads in it? Anyway, this is interesting. A couple of people. Lantern is also now doing Hoffman. Okay. Anyway. The Dublin Times. Oh, shit. Hold on. Is it the groom? He's got a cleft chin. Wait, a cleft chin. April 14th, 1970. Police in Ballymun yesterday just recovered the body of David Fairview in Grange Park. Detectives say Fairview sustained multiple stab wounds and bore defensive injuries consistent with a violent struggle. Forensic officers also believe the body may have been moved after the attack. Investigators are now appealing for information on a tall, blonde woman in her early 50s who was seen in the area with a male companion around the time of the incident. Anyone with information is asked to contact Ballymun Garda Station. And this is a photo recovered from the victim, David Fairview. So this photo will not be admissible because it's a picture within a picture, I think. But it is quite funny that this fucking guy is so unhappy. Wow! He's so suspicious. Oh, that's fantastic. Because he's giving, like, the vibe of, like, a bratty cousin who just doesn't want to be there. And it's like, I want to play my Steam Deck. But here, that's... I want to kill you both. EA122 says that looks like a suspicious Tom Holland. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm Spider-Man. Spider-Man wouldn't stand for this shit. Yeah, great. Okay. All right. Now that's interesting. Police in Ballymun. David Fairview was the victim. Snow Jokes is doing side-eye with 4 pixels is a real feat. Agreed, yeah. Okay. So David Fairview was the man murdered. Not sure. I'm not sure the Hoffman Enterprises thing is relevant just yet, but... Oh, hang on a minute. Have I accidentally... No, I haven't. Okay. Oh, where did I just bin that photo? Oh, no, there it is. Don't worry. Okay. David Fairview. Siegfried is another thing to search for, isn't it? Siegfried shipping routes. Shipping routes of the Siegfried. New Jersey to Dublin to London to Seville. Lovely oranges there. To Trieste. Trieste as they might. They weren't sure what the clue meant. Intermediary symbols redacted. Extrapolate from pattern. Okay. Interesting. Now that is interesting, actually. Because... What if... I don't for a second know why I thought there was something about them being in New Jersey at the start. But New Jersey, obviously, then to Dublin, or Dublin to New Jersey, and it was in the Dublin Times that we found out about these. Interesting. Right, let's look up some other things we can search. Pelican partner sounds very interesting. Right, well let's search for David Fairview. Nothing. S. Jupiter says, off to meetings right now, but thanks for the stream and have a good day, Skellies. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day yourself. Thank you for dropping by. Nothing on Fairview. Ballyman. Can we... Surely we can't just ring up the police in Ballyman. Ballyman Garda Station! Fuck yes! Okay, here we go. Ballyman Garda Station, Sergeant Kenny, how can I help? No, that doesn't feel nice. I'm not doing it. Hello. I'm inquiring about a murder that happened last year in Grange Park. Chaos says, evening, Johnny. Would have tuned in earlier, but I am deep in the glue zone and appear to have lost the time since 3. If I didn't know that you, did Warhammer, I'd be like, oh, dang. Chaos needs help. Solvent abuse is bad, kids. Don't sniff glue. Sergeant Kenny. All right, you'll be wanting to turn yourself in, will you? I'm inquiring about the victim, David Fairview. Look, fella, I don't know the case. What I do know is I've sure had enough of yous lot calling up about it. Us people? Yous Yanks. You called last week asking this and that about developments in the case. Well, this is an open investigation, so we ain't got nowt to say to ye. Okay. Where were the calls coming from? The telephone. Oh, some ditzy girl in New Jersey. You're done now. Interesting. New Jersey, eh? Well, I'd really like to... Oh, piss off. Wow. New evidence revealed. Evidence added to your file. Sergeant Kenny was not helpful. At all. Or was Sergeant Kenny, in fact, helpful after all? I mean, ditzy girl in New Jersey. There she is. The ditziest broad I ever did see. Okay. Oh, she was a ditz. Oh, but she was beautiful. Right. friends, I've been streaming for an hour and a half, which means it's time for a break. I'm going to go away now for 5 minutes because I need to get some more drink to drink. You can do whatever you want. It's your life. Live it. But yeah, a 5-minute break, and then we'll be back for more of the Ratline. If you're not going anywhere, here's some smooth jazz and a delightful illustration of a wild boar done by Colin Craker. Be right back. Hello everybody. Welcome back to this stream. on youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini. That's me. Sorry, I should have sent this text message before I came back from the break, but here we are. Right, just want to do these. Right, hello. Listen. Wolfgang Fischer, Anneliese Hoffman, and Helmut Schlosser are still out there somewhere. One of them may be dead. Somebody was murdered in the Dublin park. And it's our job to find out whom. They are now. Who they are now. My brain just fucking stopped working then. Right, okay. Hoffman. I'm going to search. Whoop, no, I don't want a hint. Hoffman. Oh no, we already did Hoffman, didn't we? Hoffman. Police, nothing. Alright, let's search Schlosser. Nothing. Let's search Fischer. Nothing. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. That's alright. Oh, what? We can change a... What? The radio's made of paper. Okay, I'm slightly confused. Okay. Right. Pellico and Partners. I wonder if they're in the Rolodex. Pellico and Partners. Great. Okay, I was wondering why I wasn't getting anything back. Hello, George Martinique of Pellico and Partners. Hello, Ghostbusters. Hello, my name is Saul Perlman. I've received a document regarding the Hoffman family with your law firm stamp on it. Hey. Oh god, it's really hard to change between those two. Hello, Ghostbusters. Ah, yes. Wait one moment. Door shutting. How can I help? Why do you have this photo? Why do you have this photograph? Hello, Ghostbusters. Mr. Perlman, do you know what a private archive is? No. Say there is a very rich family, for example, the Hoffmans. Fuck it. They may wish to have a place to store the enormous amounts of documentation stemming from their personal affairs, somewhere confidential. So it can't be found easily. Exactly. Proof of business malfeasance? That wasn't the best line read from me there, was it? Sometimes, but also more personal affairs. Fallouts, illegitimate children, drug problems, identities. I am struggling to follow. My apologies. Pellico and Partners represented the Hoffman's business until we were ousted in a recent corporate restructure. We also served as a personal archive. You know where the bodies are buried. Exactly. That photo is from the secure archive. It was deposited there many years ago. The reason you have it is certain partners, myself included, feel that more light should be shed on the Hoffman family's broader activities. What are those broader activities? For example, the Hoffmans run cafes, restaurants, stores. I've met a number of their regional directors. They have surnames like Rodrigo, Savelli, Giroux. What do you think their accents are? German! You are smart. They all have strong German or Austrian accents and are roughly 50 to 60 years old. You think the Hoffmans are hiding people inside their companies? I do. Including family members. That I couldn't say. What was the restructure about? I think there was a big scandal. I heard little and it was all covered up quickly. After that, a lot of people were moved around and were cut off. Was it possibly because somebody was cut up? In Dublin? Well. What can you tell me about the Hoffmans? What can you tell me about the Hoffmans? Very rich Swiss-Austrian family, father Franz and mother Elizabeth. One daughter, Anneliese. What did you say there, Ron? They specialize in food and drinks. They have restaurants and stores all over Europe. Touristy, popular with Americans. Like Big Tomato. I am American. And I apologize for that. Oh, very good, George. Is that all their business interests? I believe they've recently started a US chain of pawnbrokers and discount stores. Grubby stuff. How about Anneliese specifically? She was the joy of the Hoffmans. A ski champion, concert pianist, ballerina. Not a particularly nice person, though. Ah. How do you say? She treated people like property. What was the state of her marriage? Tempestuous, to say the least. Oh, perhaps the skulking little cousin is actually a lover. What can you tell me about Schlosser and Fischer? How about Schlosser and Fischer? Helmut Schlosser was high up in the Austrian command chain. Very tall and handsome man. He was also vain and cruel, capable of days-long rages. Tall and handsome. So, not your typical Nazi, then? Very good. There are stories in the archives of him beating up his servants, kicking his dogs, all qualities that endeared him to high military command. Fischer? Fischer is a murkier figure. He was a close friend of Schlosser, but less so with the Hoffmans. He wasn't at Anneliese's and Helmut's wedding, for example. I think he was deeply in love with Anneliese. I have gleaned from some letters that this was, to some extent, mutual. They were lovers? That I cannot say. Interesting. Part of the photo contains coded symbols. I can't help with that, but you should have a look in some archives for anything you have seen in the picture. Plus, check if you've seen these symbols before. I mean, I've seen symbols on the back of a photograph. Thanks, Judge. That's all, thanks. A pleasure to speak to you, Mr. Perlman. I'm going to send you a few things to look at. I hope they help. Lovely, lovely George. That's great. Take care. Master way. All right, baby. Okie dokie. That's given us fucking loads. Right. Let's get back to the board. Hello. Oh, look. Look, symbols. Dear Anna, my mother says she already knows that I need to understand about things your parents discuss in polite circles and other intellectual things that I study for, no, or love, either. I need to read that again because it didn't go in because I was doing that. Dear Anna, my mother says she already knows that I need to understand about things your parents discuss in polite circles and other intellectual things that I study or love either. Well, this is about the symbols. This is about the symbols, Master Wayne. It's not about the words. Well, it's about the words and the symbols, Master Wayne. I've lost it. I've absolutely gone bananas, haven't I? Now, look. Big Pretzel is now running Mountain Bros. Poker Bread is, of course, in charge of the pawn shop, as is Lamp Fellow. I like fettuccine. No, Farfalle Moustache Man. That's great. Pig is, of course, in charge of Top Tomato. Le Gros Fromage, le big Fromage, is in charge of who? This concludes our restructure. Okay. Right. Dear... Oh, okay. Photographs. Okay. Dearest Annalise, I'm sorry to hear about...
Oh, Helmy. Dearest Annalise, I am sorry to hear about Helmy. We can handle arrangements, but you need to leave Europe as soon as possible. We have a new opportunity that could provide you some cover. The first name, however, will have to stay. Please take care. Your cousin, the young Master Kunst, inquired after you. He is terribly fond. What a shame all this is. Love, Ma, and Pa.
Annalise. Helmy's fucking dead, baby. Helmut Schlosser is fucking dead. Helmut Schlosser. Current location. Fucking Dublin. Eleanor Smith says my cat just came to check on me because I was laughing so hard.
Hi-yo!
There we go. Alright.
Helmy?
Right, Schlosser. 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 Annalise and Helmut's wedding. Right, so we should take this to be Helmut, I guess.
Oh, Helmy.
And then, right, that means his name is David. Fair. Yeah. David Fairview has been murdered in a park in Dublin. Annalise Hoffman, his wife. Oh, is that right? Oh,
Helmy.
right. Well, yeah. Helmy's dead. Helmy's fucking dead. Helmy is dead. Helmy's dead in Europe because he got knifed. Argue this is set in the 70s, 1970s. Schlosser and Fischer. Wait, Schlosser and Fischer. Stop it. Okay, Fischer, yeah. Okay, so that's... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct. Samario CD says,
Helmy was dead to begin with.
oh shit, we've got all the names for the things. Where's our restructure gone? And this is interesting as well. It's a little slug-eaten photograph. Here we fucking go. Right, they're called the Mountaintop. I assume that's the Mountaintop. Head office, Geneva. The Copper Kettle. Is that the copper kettle? Yeah, look at that. I want a proper cup of coffee from a proper copper coffee pot. A proper cup of coffee, a proper cup of coffee from a proper copper coffee pot. House of Olives. Whoo! That's what House of Olives is. Perfect peppers. Perfect peppers. Perfect peppers. Cafe Rose. Oh, they're roses. Okay. Hoffman Diamonds and Pawn. We knew about that one, didn't we? La Tiny Table. Well, that's Le Big Cheese. Where's La Tiny Table? La Tiny Table. The Lamplight Larder. There we go. The Hungry Peak. Oh, because that's a bib. It's hungry. Le Big Cheese. Cafe 405. The Crusty Loaf. The Red Halibut. That's got to be a red herring style joke, right? Is that the red halibut? I'm struggling to make out what it is. Oh, is that its mouth and those are eyes? Red halibut, sure. Pastel perfecto! Top tomatoes. I was close, it's just top tomato. Oh, Christ. That is the full thing, isn't it, Samurai Osuni? Let's try this. I may be off my dot, but I want a proper coffee in a proper copper coffee pot. Tin coffee pots and iron coffee pots, they're no use to me. Clap, clap. If I can't have a proper cup of coffee in a proper copper coffee pot, I'll have a cup of tea. Yes, I was in the choir as a child. Why do you ask? There's one that I've memorized. A friend of mine used it as a warm-up when I was doing some immersive work with him like years and years and years ago, and I'd forgotten all about it until I rediscovered it. And it turns out it was a broadcast radio test that people used to do. It was kind of a test to see if somebody was good enough to do announcements over the radio, because they had to say the entirety of the following in one breath. I'll see if I can do it in one breath. I've done it in one breath before, but we'll see. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 limerick oysters, 5 corpulent porpoises, 6 pairs of Don Alverzo's tweezers, 7,000 Macedonians in full battle array, 8 brass monkeys from the ancient sacred crypts of Egypt, 9 sympathetic, apathetic, diabetic old men on roller skates with a marked propensity toward procrastination and sloth, 10 lyrical, spherical, diabolical denizens of the deep who all stall around the corner of the quo, of the key, of the quivery, all at the same time. Ran out of puff there. But that's what it is. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 limerick oysters, 5 corpulent porpoises, 6 pairs of Don Alverzo's tweezers, 7,000 Macedonians in full battle array. Huh! Is it an optional bit of emphasis you can add in there? 8 brass monkeys from the ancient sacred crypts of Egypt, and then I got the next bit in the wrong order. 9 apathetic, diabetic, sympathetic old men on roller skates with a marked propensity towards procrastination and sloth. 10 lyrical, spherical, diabolical denizens of the deep who all stall around the corner of the quo, of the key, of the quivery, all at the same time. There we go. Sometimes I use that when I think I'm going to have a panic attack. I'm like, this will distract the shit out of me. Tegan Evans says it started out shipping forecast tone and went wild. Right, anyway. How could we forget the Pretzel Shack? Pretzel Shack, baby. And looky here, if it isn't a bunch of names. So, Dietrich Faust of the Pretzel Shack is now involved in the mountaintop, meaning a move from Munich to Geneva. I guess you could say that's unconventional. The Krusty Loaf, Dublin. Roger Green has suddenly been moved to Hoffman Diamonds and Pawn, TBD. TBD. You need to leave Europe as soon as possible. We have a new opportunity that could rise in cover. First name, however, will have to stay. Please take care. Your cousin, the young master Kunst, inquired after you. Right. He is incredibly fond of you. Now, this is interesting, right? Because Dublin, the crusty loaf, Roger Green has been yanked the fuck out of Dublin and is moving to Hoffman, Diamonds and Pawn. But Hoffman, Diamonds and Pawn currently has no location. And at the time of publication of the European corporate structure in 1970, had nobody assigned to it. We now know that's Roger Green. Roger Green. Why would Roger Green have to leg it? Anyway. That's something that's ruminating in here. But also a thing we can have a look at. E and F Hoffman. Well, that would be Mum and Dad, wouldn't it? Hoffmans. France and Mother Elizabeth. Right. Elizabeth and France. Hoffman. Rider VFX says, the way that porn sounds in your accent is for some reason difficult for me to distinguish from a very similar sounding word in your accent. Yeah, porn. Oh, I guess, yeah, in American it would be like pine. And then porn. Yes, we're talking pornography. I think is what we're talking about. Right, anyway, right. Listen. Mom, Pa, sorry about Helmy. Helmy? We have a new opportunity that provides you some cover. The first name, however, will have to stay. Please take care. Nah, listen. Women's names on here. We've got Helen in London doing the Lamplight Larder. We've got Juliana doing Pasta Perfetto. But wait. Pasta Perfetto. Juliana Savelli. The Lamplight Larder. Helen Smith. Right. Lamplight Larder is now going to be Hoffman, which has a big old TBD next to it. So I think that Annalise is now going via Helen. Which means she was last seen in London. Potentially. But TBD. Evidence journal. Do. Roger Green. Roger, would you look this way, please, for me, Roger? Bit of a snouty nose. I don't know if that's this. I don't know. I mean, is that a scar? No, that's just a face crease. I think Roger is Roger Green in Amsterdam. That's what I legitimately think. Well, okay, so the thing is, right? We don't know that's Fisher, do we? In fact, HS. Right. Helen. Helen Smith. Let's search Hoffman. Oh no, we've literally already done that. Hoffman, diamonds, and porn. Okay. And Big Bread. Big Bread also going there. Oh no, where's the crusty loaf? Dublin. Roger Green. Roger Green. That's right, Roger Green. That's right, Roger Green. Because, yeah, literally it's the same stuff you were just talking about, Johnny. That's Roger Green. That's Roger Green, that is. That's Roger Green. Which means, I reckon, could we actually... Roger Green. So Roger Green. Would that be Annalise? I reckon. No, but wait, Fisher. No, wait, was she banging Fisher? Look in some archives for anything you've seen in the picture. I'm gonna stick this in anyway. Just because until I where's this fucking guy from again? Collingswood. New Jersey. I could be completely barking up the wrong tree here, but I just wanted to have a little... Right, okay. Oh, that's a point. Hang on. Fisher was not at the wedding. This fucking guy, not at the wedding. Okay. Junior is always there. Wait, Junior Soprano's not in this photo, at least. But is he in the... Uncle June? Uncle June. No, that's not Uncle June. Anyway, right. That's right. So the call said... I've seen in the picture. Part of the photo contains symbols. Have you seen those symbols before? Oh, fuck! Yeah, look. This squaddy, back of the squaddy photo. Doc photo, flip, squad photo, flip squad photo. Hello. Well. Oh my god, is that literally how they're getting shipped? Look. 2 brothers. And that guy. And this guy. That's hilarious. They're actually legitimately being smuggled in. Like that. Oh, no, wait. Hang on a minute. No, those aren't the brothers. Look. The two brothers are orange segments. These two fellows have triangle heads. And then you got that guy. So 3 absolute lads got moved in on the Siegfried. Ah, WF, Wolfgang Fischer. Oh! And that's upside down, look. Helmut Schlosser. And then Anneliese Hoffman. There's them arriving. So that... Okay, that could be... Helmut Schlosser's upside down because he's fucking dead. Doesn't matter which way up he goes. Right, so the Siegfried. Poop poop. Poop poop. You know? New Jersey and all that. Dublin. Poop poop. Trieste. Where was the fucking priest found killed? Where's my story about the priest gone? Where's that gone? Bishop murdered. Budapest, okay. Wolfgang Fischer. I mean, is it safe to assume that they are pretending to be married, and therefore that they are Collingswooding it up? I kind of want to try it. I'm going to do it. Great. All coming together. Complete case 3. To whom it may concern, I found your 3 fugitives. All 3 took the Siegfried ship from Trieste to London and Dublin. There, they took on aliases that allowed them to run diamond businesses. Diamond businesses without detection? However, it appears that Wolfgang and Anneliese... I'm losing it, if I ever had it. In Burma, it appears that Wolfgang and Anneliese started an affair. This led to the death of Helmut Schlosser, most likely at their hands. They were smuggled by Annaliese's parents in New Jersey to head up Hoffman's diamond and pawn. It's not them to run Hoffman businesses, silly. They are married and go by Roger and Helen Green. Fucking got ya. Got ya, pals. Oh, Roger and Helen Green. Is it? I think not. Sorry about it, Helmut Schlosser. You got whacked. I like that it's giving us stuff that's, you know, like the stuff that you can pull in from previous cases. But the structure of this is really nice. I like the fact that it's done in levels. Like I really enjoyed, for example, the Root Trees Are Dead. But the thing about games with such a big sprawling scope is if I don't play them for a while, I'm like, oh fuck, I don't remember what's happening. And obviously, you know, if I left this alone for a couple of months and came back, I'd be like, what is the... But it being in levels is really reassuring. It's just like, here's a fresh case. Yeah, I like it. Well structured. Anyway, right. put myself in small mode. Pet the video game dog. Pet the real dog. She's having a big old snooze. And then go to bed. Call it a day. Eleanor Smith says, speaking of the Reacher is dead, if you ever finish it, the DLC might be fun for a stream. Interesting. I mean, I'd have to start again with that game, annoyingly. Oh! The phone's ringing. Hello. Is that you? Again? Another 3 a.m. call. You've done well, Mr. Perlman. I tracked down Annalise Hoffman and her new husband. Turns out she iced the last one. Congratulations. You're going to arrest her. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Oh boy. So is that it? We're done? Not even close. You're going to start paying me? I'm covering my own expenses here. My library card is maxed out. Mr. Perlman. Oh, forget it. I can see you guys are as tight as you are tight-lipped, by the way. Mr. Perlman, we need you to look into some ex-Nazis based in South America. Argentina. How quaint. Argentina, Bolivia, and Paraguay. I already got a guy in Argentina. A dentist. This is different. These men were high-ranking Nazi officers. After their escape from Europe, certain powers chose to make use of them for their skills. Arrest, interrogation, torture. Some now head up secret police departments and go only by aliases. Ah, terrible. What an awful thing for a government to do. I certainly can't think of any governments that would go after Nazis and try to recruit them after the war, allowing them to escape justice. Google Operation Paperclip. Just seems like a really bad thing to do. Shame on those other countries that did that. Shame on them. Operation Paperclip. They were promoted, basically. They visit untold misery on their country's people and stifle the spread of democracy. We need to hunt them down. And have them arrested? No, we want to eliminate them. And if I refuse? Hello, Watson. Saul, you seem to have a nice enough life. Do you really want to find out? Sorry, I briefly got possessed by the spirit of Alan Rickman. I see. A pleasure to meet you, Mr. Perlman. You can go back to sleep. Your next package arrives tomorrow. Why don't you just call in the morning, then? Ugh. Literally, that could have been a post-it note. For the day of the Cobra. It's snowing. I'm going to keep that closed. It's snowing. The Cobra and the Viking. Oh, no. Oh, no. Mr. Perlman, we are searching for two individuals. The Cobra, the secretive leader of the Chilean secret police, and the Viking. His key lieutenant. We need their real names from before the war, not who they are now. Okay. We have surveillance photos from 4 locations. Valdemol, Piedroloma, Porto Quelleco, and Santa Corvina. Unfortunately, the photos are poorly labelled. However, we believe the Cobra and the Viking appear in these images. Additional intelligence. The Cobra operates. The Cobra operates several local businesses in addition to his official duties. He's reportedly very hands-on, personally overseeing every detail of these operations. This may help identify him. Best of luck! Okay. Shouldn't smoke, it's bad for you. Nice, watch. Watch guy, what if it's that kid's son? This is a big house. Now that guy looks villainous. This guy looks very relaxed. Fish! And a license plate. How's my drive-in? No, how's my drive-y? Interesting. Okay. Well, someone is an amputee. It's the same guy. This is interesting. No, it's not the same guy. No, it's not the same guy at all. I thought it was the same guy because of the what I first took to be a highlight from the light. I then was like, whoa, this dude's got the same mark. And then I realised, no, it's just the way they're illustrating the lighting. There's not a clue. La vide encanta? Anyway. Well, well, well. If it isn't me. Uh-oh. Piedraloma and Santa Corvina. Fish! Oh, fishy sponsors, is it? Fishy, fishy sponsors of a football team? Question mark. But there's something fishy about this. A snake tattoo. However, Cobras have hoods. We cannot, for certain, say that that is the Cobra. Perhaps, in a very droll twist, it's the Viking! Okay, right. Secret of Chilean secret police and the Vikings. Key Lieutenant. Okay. Cobra operates several local businesses in addition to his official duties, reportedly very hands-on, personally overseeing every detail of these operations. This may identify him. Okay. So, that's a fish. That's a business. We know that's a business that is based in Santa Corvina. We should look into that then. Condor. Oh, I've tabbed over. Piedraloma. I love how the Cobra has time to be the head of secret police. And have lots of small businesses. Little side hustle. Santa Corvina Football Club. Fuck yes. I was hoping to get that. Who's your sponsor? Here we go. No one's home. Dial a number and get no response. Bollocks. Piedraloma. No such luck. Fuck. Oh, I felt so good about that. I felt so clever. Let's call him again. That's not gonna work. Now then, though. 242. I wonder if is that an area code? Probably not, but whoa! Good Luck or a Quick Death has done a big old super chat. Thank you very, very much, Good Luck or a Quick Death. That is very kind of you. I hope you're very well. There is no message attached to the super chat because Good Luck or a Quick Death is the strong and silent type. But thank you. I really hugely appreciate that. It is very much appreciated. Right, let's see what we get. Oh, it's ringing. This is the answer machine for the Pescara Tinning Company. If you are seeking records, all documents now publicly available. Call back later. Oh, I think I will be looking up those documents. Yes. Pescara Tinning Company. Pesk. Memorandum. Factory. All factory personnel. I feel really good about that. I feel very smart. Right. Effective immediately. All employees that are reminded that tattoos and long hair are strictly prohibited on the factory floor. I'll never be in the can fishing business. These standards are non-negotiable and are to be observed at all times during working hours. In addition, smoking anywhere on company property is expressly forbidden. Any violation of this policy will result in disciplinary action, including deductions from wages at the discretion of management. Sarah says, time for me to slink off. Congratulations on the Pescara Tinning Company air horn. Meh. Take care, Skellies. Take care, Sarah. Have a lovely rest of your day. I hope you have a very nice time. The director has made it clear that such behaviours are entirely unacceptable and will not be tolerated under any circumstances, as they reflect poorly on the standards of our organisation. He emphasises, that these are values he upholds himself as a good example to all. Well, that fucking narrows it down, doesn't it? Because we know he's in one of these photos. Lastly, all factory personnel are required to be present at the stadium this Friday to support the owners' team in their match against local rivals. Participation in cheering for Chiquita is mandatory. Yikes. Okay. So, people it fucking ain't. This guy. This guy. This guy. Could be this guy. It's not going to be one of these fucking guys. This guy smokes. And this guy's guarding the thing. Could be this. It's not going to be that guy. Of course it's not going to be that guy. Why would it be that guy? After all, he's cheering for the other team. Could theoretically be this guy. I think it's this guy. That's what I think. I think that's the Cobra. I think that's the Cobra. Now, Chiquita. No. Nothing. Alright. Because that letter was interesting, wasn't it? The memorandum. Why didn't I pin that? Let's pin it. Oh, which would mean his current location is in Santa Corvina. Santa Corvina. Great. real names from before the war, not who they are now. That's very interesting. I wonder if this fellow... Is he too young? Well, it says, hello chat, how are we doing? Have we got them all? I don't think we've got them all. That's too obvious, isn't it? If it's just, and here he is in a Wehrmacht uniform. Oh, we can't see his chin to see if it's cleft. This guy looks young, is my worry. What I was originally wanting to look for was the wedding photo. But the only person wearing glasses in said photograph is this dude. And he... Oh, I was going to say his ears don't match, but it's not. Uncle June, there he is. And also, we've already identified who this was, haven't we? So it's not going to be that guy. Alright. Let's have a look at La Vie d'en Can. Not going to be in the Rolodex, but... La Vida Encantada. It is. Great. La Vida Encantada, the finest wines in Chile. Juan speaking. How can I help? Tell me more about your store. We are a family-run wine shop nestled in the Valle de Mole. That's an area in Chile famous for its vineyards. You sound American. Have you visited? I have not. Our town is tiny. 2 stores. One run by me, one run by my cousin. Only 500 people live here because it is so remote. However, we are proud to stock wines from all the key vineyards. Tell me about the area. How about the area in general? It is a truly stunning valley in which nestle some of the most renowned vineyards in all of Chile. You know, very recently a famous travel writer wrote about us for his newspaper. Oh yes. We sent him around to the Norwegian's vineyard, the one with all the feral roosters and cockerels. A lovely man, very drunk. Sounds like a dream. I'll send you a photo I took of him. Are there any less desirable aspects of the town? Well, there's the Nazis. Like many towns, we are blighted by the presence of the secret police, in this case outside the store, which seems a de facto headquarters. You have had run-ins with them? I have been fortunate enough to avoid their gaze. However, my cousin, who runs the grocery store, was a student activist before the coup. He was not so lucky. He still bears the scars. I'm sorry to hear that. You should talk to him. He's the only other shop in town. You are close with your cousin? You know, we share an area code, but otherwise we are very different people. That's all for now. Many thanks. I'll call again if I need... I'll call again if I need you. Forgot about that, sorry. You're more than welcome. Well... Look at that. Who's that then? The Norwegian. The Norwegians' vineyard. I mean, that seems like a fairly strong candidate for being the Viking, wouldn't you say? And here he is, look, having a lovely time. I love wine. Chilean wine is very nice. I got all right about these. Okay. Oh, Vida Encantada, Valle de Mole, yes. Valle de Mole, that's where he is. That's where he is, but who are they? They said we should speak to the... What was it? I don't know now. Well, Alexander Hansen says, just got here. How many NPCs have enraged Johnny? None of them, actually. Having a very chill time. Hadn't even thought about that. Very recent, a famous travel writer. Right, well, that's for his newspaper. Okay. Lovely man, very drunk. He doesn't name his cousin. Oh, one Dublin cop. Yes, the cop was mean. Loafers with no socks. Ah, Dear Juan. Killed it, cooked it, got the name for the article. Thanks for setting me up with a visit. Best. B.U. B.U. B-uh. Brendan? Ungent. Betty. Undulating. Yes, Will. Electropop meets Southern hip hop. I was wondering if anyone else would pick up on that. Loafers with no socks. Electropop meets Southern hip hop. Be you. Well, he's not in me Rolodex, is he? Be you. Be you. Be you. I mean, it's got to have 3 or more characters, but maybe be... No, it's not letting me put in a full stop. So, how would we find this newspaper? Oh, boop, 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 boop. Condor. Oh, we already did this, didn't we? Ah, no, it didn't. Tromso Bridge article? Chile's Scandinavian population remembers the horrors of war. It's not what I expected, but alright, let's read it. Santiago, Chile. The director of the South American Scandinavian Cultural Alliance led a solemn remembrance ceremony yesterday honouring those killed in the Tromsø Bridge Massacre of 1941. The event marked the anniversary of a failed resistance operation during the Nazi occupation of Norway. On March 11th, 1941, local fighters planned to sabotage a bridge east of Tromsø near Setermoen. Apologies to anyone who is painfully aware of how bad my pronunciation is, by the way. Along the Bardu River. Before the attack could be carried out, their position was ambushed by a German panzer division. It is widely believed the mission was compromised by a single act of betrayal. Tromsø, thank you. Though the identity of the informant was never formally confirmed. Among the fallen was Andreas Oberg, a noted surgeon and husband of Celia Hansen Oberg, who gave a reading at the service. This was an act of bravery, rebellion, and patriotism, Hansen Oberg said. It was undone by the cowardice of one person, setting back Norway's resistance and costing the lives of family members, brothers, and husbands. We can never forget. The service concluded with prayers and a candle lighting ceremony held by La Catedral de Espiritu Andino. Andreas Oberg. See, right. Here's the thing. Cecilia Hansen Oberg says it was undone by the cowardice of one person. She's pissed off. She's big mad. Which makes me think she knows who it is if she can say it's one person. So I think we should look up Andreas Oberg. No. Or there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way we can just call up Celia Hansen Oberg, is there? Oh, my heart was in my mouth then. No, damn it. Okay. Okay. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. Daily. Can you scroll the page of the Rolodex? Asks Artilly Sage. No. No! No, it's you get what you get. Is there a dash between names? I can't see. Yes. Celia Hansen Oberg. Okay. Well, that's very interesting. Right, that's interesting. Hit it. And be you. That's all we got from the Condor. Maybe I just... Maybe... Just search for wine? No. How do we find this guy's fucking article? BU. I mean, does it matter if we're trying to find this guy's old name? Does it massively matter? I wonder. One second. Is there a wine? No. No. Nothing wine related. Johnny, just in case it was a mistake, he searched for Andreas Oberg, not Hansen Oberg. Sorry if it was intentional. Well, let's see. Hans and Oberg, nothing. Yeah, nothing. Anything more on the massacre? No, just that. I just realised the viewfinder's in. Oh, because it was taken with a. Okay, binoculars. I think it was for a lady in the article, but I'm not sure already. Yeah, I was looking for Celia. I did search for Celia. And nothing. Can't just search article, can I? Article on Soul Permanent, yeah, sure. That's me! Aha! Well, I... Surely not. Hold on. Stick with me on this. Sibba-dabba-da. Feral roosters and cockerels. I'm gonna... Roosters cry. Come the fuck on. Yes! I saw this guy up here and I was like... Surely not. But surely yes. Roosters cry. I was led through the vineyards of the Perdido region, Chile, by a most unusual guide. He was a heavy-set man with an eye patch and an air of both deep melancholy and occasional eruptive anger. He could have been a Viking Norseman, dressed in an ill-fitting summer suit. He ran his vineyard with near military precision. He paused our tour to conduct a brief, purposeful conversation with a serious-looking man who was tailed by his melancholic son. I asked him what it was about. He looked at me with a glint in his eye. I believe that my friend Patrice is sending a guest my way this evening, a certain Jorge. I am meant to show him true Chilean hospitality. I did not pause too long to imagine what this meant. He was, in truth, very sad. He had just been to the funeral of a dear friend earlier that day. David was a brilliant artist. We go back years. Fell in love with a girl once, champion skier who married a terrible man. Never got over it. It was a beautiful service. A tiny church with its back to the mountains. Wonderful. Okay. Lance Roberts has done a super chat saying, hello and good afternoon all. Free from work and now going back to the start. I'll be back in a bit. I'll see you back here, Lance. Yes, enjoy. And Samorio Suni says, hello there, I'm back. Have I missed any crucial shenanigans in the last 20 minutes or so? I mean, I've made some guesses that I'm actually quite pleased about, if I'm honest. Anyway, right. He spoke fondly of his dear sister, a composer who no longer speaks to him. She lost her husband, a doctor, in the war, and blames me. We've got his fucking surname. When asked why he turned his great sad eyes to bear down on me. You remember my friend, the one I mentioned? We were schoolboys together, like brothers. One day he told me he found a way to make some money, a simple task. He convinced me to help him. I didn't know it would lead to... He slammed a fist down on the table, startling me, but after a moment he only shook his head and took a gulp of wine. Bustin' Around says, a rooster just cracked this case wide open. Hell yeah. My sister always disapproved of my association with him and his NUF, or National Union of Fascist Buddies. Yeah. But I made sure she never knew any of the details of the work I did for him, not until 5 years ago. She visited the vineyard and I had a few too many glasses. I told her everything, going back to the beginning. She hasn't spoken to me since. He let out a heavy sigh, slumping back in his seat. After she went home, she wrote a piece of music dedicated to me. I guess I should be satisfied with that. He then began singing softly to himself and before long drifted into a heavy, fitful sleep. Bruce Unwin, Footsteps in the South, Barnardo Publishing. Now then, right. Dear friend, David was a brilliant artist. Dear sister, my friend, the one I mentioned, we were schoolboys together. Yeah. Where's the bit about the sister again? No. Where am I sitting from? Boa. A composer who no longer speaks to her. She's lost her husband, a doctor in the war, and blames me. Okay, great. So, all we have to do there is go back to this. Hansen. His first name. Excuse me, Unwin. He looks like a member of Hansen. Now, this is interesting. The piece of music. The piece of music, if it's dedicated to me, hopefully it'll be something like, Dear Richard. Okay. But then, alright. A composer. How do we find the piece of music? Rapid as Sugar 95 says Ode to could be. No! Music! No. I'm going to search Barnardo Publish. Well, what if we ring up Barnardo Publishing, actually? Should we give them a little ring-a-ding-ding? We fucking can and all. It is 145 325 222. This game's great. Nothing from Barnardo Publishing. I got that right though, right? 145 325 222. Maybe they'll pick up on the third attempt. Okay. That's alright. Bruce Unwin. Unwin. Let's just search, make sure there's nothing else. On? No. Okay. Fine. No, we're absolutely pinning that piece of evidence, though. Come on. Rooster's Cry. Perdido region. Let's search Perdido. No. And we've had nothing on Hansen. We need to find that piece of music. Maybe it's on the radio. Doesn't appear to be. dear friend earlier that day. Champion skier. Oh, wait a minute. David was a brilliant artist. We go back for a champion skier who married a terrible man. Well, isn't that what's her face? Annalise. Because like Annalise is described as being a bunch of things. About like her being like a. I swear it says she was a skier. Where was that? Fucking. Yeah, concert pianist, ballerina. Okay. And then, who was in love? Who was the one who was fucking in love? Transcripts, that's what we need. That's what we need. But we've already found out who Fisher is. To some extent mutual. It could have been a different guy. Because wait, no, because Annalise is. I think our David. I think our David, right, is actually. I think that's our David. There. The unhappy guy. I mean, look, he's fucking pissed off. You know? I don't think this is necessarily useful, but he's fucking livid. Look at him. That's our David, look. Our David's dead. Well, let's search David. Nothing. Okay. Local art. Fine. Beautiful service. Yada, 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 yada. I might set. I'm going to search the NUF. Nothing. Okay. But what if I search? No. Argue Ryan says possible hint. Go on then. Guess a hint. That was interesting, but it's not got us any closer to finding this piece of music, has it? Pet the video game dog. Pet the real dog. Oh, this is good though. I'm enjoying this. The note to Annalise from her parents mentioned a cousin who was very fond of her. That's right. No, not that one. Letter from Hoffman. Master Kunst. I mean, yeah, Kunst. Equals art. Article on Saul Perman. Red VFX says gives a new meaning to the phrase kissing cousins who are also Nazis. Let's see. how to find this bloody piece of music. I already searched for it, didn't I? I'll skip game says I'd use a hint. Yeah, alright. On the fore, it would be on the forename, right? Oh no, wait. Complete all evidence hints to get optional character. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? You may want to call Juan's cousin. Fuck, of course. Thank you, hint. Thank you, I'll skip games. Okay. No, not Bsky. Tinning, Viking, Encantada. Juan. You didn't mention his name. Juan. Must have done. My cousin, who runs the grocery store. Only other shop in town. Shop in town, yeah. Oh, there it is. I was like, how on earth am I gonna find this cousin? They share an area code. They share an area code. That's very clever. Oh, you developer, you right. Rolodex. La. Vida Encantada. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My baby don't mess around. 2, 3, 1. 2, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1. 2, 3, 1's a popular one. Oh, it just... The little leaps you need to make are delicious. La vida encantada, yeah. 2, 3, 4. Oh. Two, 3, 4. Quesos del Valle. Cheeses of the Valley. Quesos del Valle. Davide speaking. Or David. Hello. I've lost it. Hello. My name is Perlman. I just spoke to your cousin at the wine store. Ah, yes. How can I help? Your cousin mentioned you had some... Fuck it. Let's do it. No, tell me more about your store. Tell me more about your store. I'm going to conclude this phone call, input any clues I get from it, and then I'm going to have to call an end to the stream because we're getting on for time. But, oh, I'm having a good time with this video game. We're just a humble... We're just a humble grocery store. We sell cheese, vegetables, local pork, food grown in the region. How long have you been running it? I took it over from my father and mother 4 years ago. Your cousin mentioned you had some trouble with the security services. I did, but I don't think I should talk about it. David, I'm investigating the Cobra. We want to catch him. You are? You know, I've met him. You've met him? I write for Liberación Nacional, the socialist newspaper. We look into governmental corruption. We also write about important arts and cultural events to keep our readers up to date. Arts? Arts? You were arrested? I was walking to my house when I was picked up and put into a large van. What kind of van? White, very cold, maybe a butcher's truck or something like that. Perhaps one of the fish vans from Santa Corvina that deliver the catch to local restaurants. What happened then? I was taken to a large brick building. I couldn't see much, but it stank of fish guts, so it may have been a tinning factory. You were taken for interrogation? Yes, I was put in a chair. 2 guards asked me questions, first calmly, then applying blows. Every so often, they would stop and speak quietly to a third man. The Cobra? I believe so. He was obviously very senior. He was at a desk just writing. I couldn't get a clear look at him, but I had my pinhole camera and managed to get a photo. Dude! I can see that? You can, though it's far from perfect. I only heard him say one thing. Take the van back to the factory and remind me to give Chiquita his bonus. I assume this was for one of his informants, the rat. Chiquita is a football player. The strangest thing was that they did not seem concerned with asking about our work on corruption. Mostly they seemed interested in a small article about the Norwegian Arts Expo. Why do you think? They were very angry. They kept saying, "Do you know what you have done? Do you know what you have done? Doo-da, doo-da." Did you? I did not. One of them, a short brute of a man, stepped forward. He was shouting, holding the printed article. He said, "You mean to betray the Cobra? You know his name." In an article about Norwegian culture. I was completely bemused. I asked them how, and frankly I should have saved my breath. They started beating me very hard. I thought I was going to die. Well, hang on a minute. Because that means... No, we'll get around to that. Well, we don't know what the article says. So, how come they let you go? Honestly, it was my level of confusion. In the end, the man at the desk whispered a few words, and I was thrown back into a van and deposited on the same corner they picked me up from. That's all for now. Thanks, mate. Many thanks. I'll call you again if I need you. Goodbye. That isn't a perfect photograph, you're correct. However, I'm going to follow this lead. Liberation. Expedition of Norwegian art set to arrive in Santiago. A delegation of Norwegian artists are set to arrive in Santiago to display the best of Scandinavian art, theatre, music and dance. The musical program spans Concerto for Casper. Fucking yes. Featuring pieces such as the Ice Harp by Leon Concerto for Casper. By Hansen Oberg, and the Haunting Songs from the Fjord by Eikeland. Also included is the Minimalist Suite, Three Still Waters by Nygaard, performed by a mixed ensemble of Norwegian and Chilean musicians. All 4 pieces are considered examples of the Norwegian style of skult, hidden music. The week-long celebration is part of an ongoing cultural exchange supported by the Norwegian Ministry of Culture and the Municipality of Santiago, aiming to deepen artistic connections between Norway and Latin America. It also commemorates the 30th anniversary of the Tromsø British Massacre, in which 250 Norwegian resistance fighters were routed by Nazi forces. Now this is very interesting. The Erocution says, just like Obra did, it all comes down to the shoes. Do not. Don't you dare. It fucking does though, doesn't it? Damn it. Where's the pinhole camera photo? Oh, it's further up. No, it's not. Anyway. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I've got Casper's name right. And that is the Viking. But it's weird, right? Because that article has given us the... yeah, it's the same dude. That article has given us the name of the Viking. But they were very upset that the article was giving away the name of the Cobra. Much to think of. Unfortunately, however, I'm out of time and must stop this stream for the evening. Thank you very, very much for joining me for the Ratline. I've really, really bloody been enjoying it. And thanks also to Skip Games for being in chat and putting up with my nonsense. So like I say, that's it from me. I'd like to stream some more of this, to be perfectly honest with you. So we will see about that. But on Thursday, I will be doing... I don't know what I'm streaming just yet, but it's going to be a party stream. We're having a birthday party for the channel, which turns 5 tomorrow, which is weird and good and terrifying. And then on Saturday, there'll be fresh episodes of Alan Wake 2 for you to enjoy. Yeah, that's about it. So, tomorrow is the exact birthday of the channel, but Thursday we'll be celebrating it. A very happy Trans Day of Visibility to all of you for today. We're here, we exist, we deserve rights. Yeah, that's about it from me. Oh, I have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/JohnnyKiodini. If you're willing and able to support me directly through that, it really makes a difference. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you very, very much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day. And no, that's it. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.